Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us on another Tuesday. As you can see, I am not at Group Health today. I am stuck in a little tiny town off of I-80. Luckily, I'm in a nice warm place with my in-laws. So I'm in a little bit different place. So I have headphones in, just a little side note. I'm in a basement, but I have family all around. So you might hear some other voices, but we're going to try and focus on this, okay? I thought today we would work a little bit on our upper backs and our necks, and maybe our jaws and our faces and some of the tension that tends to live up here and down through our shoulders, right? Front shoulders, back shoulders, across our chests. And especially, I don't know if anyone else, but like right through here in the middle back place, I tend to get really, really tight. Maybe you tend to get really tight there. So we're going to just set a little intention to work in these different places, free up some tension and maybe feel a little more space and openness. So before we start, as always, look around, make sure there's nothing you can slip or slide on. And then you can start by sitting on the floor. I have a chair back there because I might demo a couple things from the chair. So you could sit in a chair, you could lie on your back. And as always, we'll start the first few minutes just by slowing down, centering, and grounding. So as you find your shape, taking some time, transitioning. And that practice of blending our breath and our bodies. Bringing some intention and awareness just to the shape of your body. And if you're sitting, just drawing awareness down into your sit bones, into your base. You're lying back, bringing awareness, attention to the back body. And then let's all take about 3, 4, 5 deep breaths together. So just letting your inhales feel a little longer and deeper. Letting your exhales feel a little longer and deeper. And these longer breaths help ground us and also help us just drop a little more into our bodies, practicing embodiment, feeling the breath in relationship to our bodies. And then as you take another exhale, let's just bring our hands up and just cross your hands on the front of your shoulders here, the front of your armpits. And then noticing and feeling the rise and the fall of your bones in relationship to your breathing. What do you feel these bones do when you inhale? What do you feel these bones do when you take that full exhale? Let's take 2 more full breaths. And if you'd like, you can always take that exhale out your mouth. Really releasing all the way. Just letting those bones have a moment to float up and float down. And then as you finish your next exhale, you're going to bring your hands down. I'm just going to adjust my camera a little bit and scoot back so you can see just down on the outside of your rib cage here. Okay, so you can have a soft touch And similar to what we were doing just before this, what do you feel here in your rib cage when you take an inhale and you take a full exhale? How do your bones move in relationship to your authentic breath? Good. 2 more full breaths here. Feel free to exhale through your mouth. And when you feel your next inhale, if your eyes are closed, letting your eyes open, just let your arms come down. So we're going to bring your feet out in front of you. Okay. So if you're on the floor, you're going to sit like this. You can definitely do this one in a chair. So you can put your chair sideways, okay, and sit like this so you can sit way back. I guess I have my chair kind of the right time, right? So if you want to do this in a chair, right, you need to do this in a chair, you're here, okay? Sorry you can't see my head. But then you're going to sit back a little bit in your chair, just like if you were on the floor. And then you're going to exhale, pull yourself back up, okay? So inhale, sitting back. Exhale, sitting forward. Okay, so as you go back, nice and strong through your core. And as you pull forward, nice and strong through your core. More challenging, we're going to try and keep these points of contact, ears, shoulders, and hips. So for a little bit when you go back, not changing the shape of your spine a little bit. See how far you can go back without rounding in your low back. If you need to, hold the back of your legs, okay? Use the back of your arms. Let's just do 2 more. Okay, so what this little pre-abdominal exercise does is it starts to get us more connected, right, through this abdominal area, right, through our cummerbund, through our transverse abdominis, okay? So a little more challenging, we're gonna start to roll or round your spine, okay? So from the chair, similar, taking your arms forward, you're gonna tuck your chin, and a little bit like a seated cat pose, you're gonna round down, vertebra by vertebra. And then with an inhale, vertebra by vertebra, sitting back up, okay? Now being really mindful, right, that you're paying attention in embodiment in your body, feeling connection to your spine. Now when you sit up, you're stacking the vertebrae and trying not to push forward, okay? So we don't want to push the ribs forward. Good, let's try 2 more. You can exhale and round. Inhale, sit up. When you inhale and sit up, check that your head comes last. And your arms can come down, all right? So we're gonna add a little bit of a challenge. If you're on the floor, you can use your arms, right, on the back of your legs, and you're gonna sit back just to a point of challenge. Now, you're gonna know your point of challenge when you can hold here. It's not too tight in your hips, and you're not too tight across your chest. So you could bring your hands back up here and feel that relationship to the breath under your bones. Okay. And then we're going to take your arms down. You can sit way back on your chair, arms down. I'm going to exhale, arms up, inhale, exhale. Good. 3 more. Follow your own breath. If you need more challenge, sit back. If you need less, adjust and come up. Good. Next time your arms are up, hold. Right. Get nice and grounded. Connect to your roots, to your strength. Inhale, lift the back of your ribs up. Exhale, pull yourself up and reach forward. Round your back. Right? And you're going to kind of round and pull your ribs back and reach, reach, reach. And you might take your arms out wider, just to feel a little more width and space across your upper back. Take one more nice full breath. With your exhale, sit up. And then bring your arms down. You can bring your hands onto your shins or the back of your legs. We're just going to pause to come back in, reconnect to our bodies with our breath for 3 inhales and 3 exhales. Okay, then finding your lower belly. So nice and strong, right? Belly button area. Okay, so feet are still going to be out in front. Feet are going to be down, so you feel your toes pressing into the floor. Okay, nice and long through the front of your shins, legs parallel. Okay, so from here, we're going to bring your hands behind your head. I'm going to go sideways so you can watch my spine. Okay, elbows can go out a little bit, but don't push your rib cage forward, right? So elbows are going to be more at an angle. We're going to sit up nice and tall and then lift and round up and over. Inhale, sit back up nice and tall. Okay, 2 more. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, come back up. Now pause after this one. So right before you do your third one, bring some attention, right, up into your mid back here. If you had a backpack on, that's where we want to work. So as you tuck your chin, lift up the back of your skull. What do you feel through your cervical neck spine, through your backpack spine? And then just hold in your little rounded spine here. And then see if you can feel a little more awareness through what you can't see through your back body. So you can lift up through your low back. Breathe nice and strong between your shoulder blades. And then when you're ready, reground. And come back up vertebra by vertebra. Then nice and strong in your neutral spine, gentle twist to the right. Inhale, center, exhale to the left. Okay, now remember when we twist, the strength of the low belly. We don't want the belly button or the low back, low belly to move a whole lot. So use the belly button as a locator to really feel and connect into our body. So keeping your belly button a little more straight ahead. Can you feel how your rib cage rotates around to the right? How your rib cage comes to center and rotates around to the left. Good, let's try one more each direction. Right, so again, this is all about your mid back. Sweet, then when you come back, right, a little more challenging, you can take your arms down. Sit back again, just the right challenge. So as you sit back here, again, we have to connect right into these abdominals. This is going to be, pretty challenging to bring your hands up. If you want a little less challenge, you can just keep your hands here and keep your hands a little lower, going side to side through your twist. Right, more challenging. Again, the hands come behind the head. Now, what we haven't really talked about is what is happening in your neck and your chest. Are you holding tension in the neck, the jaw, the chest? Let's twist one more direction. One more time to the right. One more time to the left. And then pull yourself back up. All right, so you're going to bring your hands back onto your shins. If you're sitting in your chair, you're going to lean forward and put your elbows on your knee. Okay, so we're going to do a couple seated cat-cows. We're going to go right at our own rate, but try to go a little slow. Just for the first couple, maybe we'll do 5 or 6. Going slow enough that you can start to feel movement in that backpack area of your back, okay? So you don't get to see it. So it's a really good practice Again, and learning to feel what you can't see. So sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down out of your ears. Take a couple exhales. And then you'll start with your head. Just tuck your chin. And then each vertebra, sometimes we call this the trickle down. Right? Each vertebra going through your neck, your upper back, rounding, looking into your belly. And then when you're ready, grounding and sitting up, shoulders stay down, neck stays nice and loose, jaw stays open, head comes last. Good. Inhale, sit up, exhale. When you're ready, rounding up and over like a seated cat. Right? And everyone has their own pace. It can be really nice to follow your breath. Following your breath helps keep you in your body. Let's try 2 more. And then after those 2 more, we'll just come back to seated, let things rest, and just take 5 breaths to just anchor, reground, catch your breath, come back inward, notice, feel your present time experience. And then we'll take a full exhale and figure out how to come on up to standing. So however you want to come on up to standing, coming on up, we're going to take your feet wide. So you're going to start with wide legs, right? Like we do, setting up for your sumo. Okay. So I have a lot of adjustments. So right here, let's just kind of switch gears down into your ankles, your knees, and your hips for a little bit. If you want, you can take your hands on your hips, or if it's helpful, you can bring your hands back up onto your front collarbones, the front of your shoulders, okay? So shins go forward, nice and grounded, press down, down creates up, and following your breath, exhale, inhale, right? And if you have your chair, it's like I planned it. You can hold on to your chair, right? Let's do 3 more. Truly try to follow your breath. So your whole exhale, your whole inhale. Good, and then we come on up, keep your feet right where they are, and we're gonna add your arms. But before we do the combo, let's just work on your arms, okay? So one of those kind of tricky places on our back is getting your shoulder blades, right, to move. So back here, those shoulder blades, okay? So let's take your arms about as high as your shoulders. And then when you exhale, take your arms up and see if you can feel the shoulder blades go out wide and lift up. And then inhale, bring your arms halfway, shoulder blades go down, okay? So just a couple, again, feeling what you can't see, resonation, feeling, right? Maybe you imagine the shoulder blades using imagery, however you connect to your back. Right? Then it's up to you. When you're ready, if you want more challenge and you want a little more movement, you can exhale, do your sumo legs, and then come back up. Good. Let's do 5 more breaths. Good. Following your own breath rhythm. All right. Next time you bend your knees and you have your arms up, I'm going to pause. Get nice and strong. Feel where you feel your strength. If you have to back off a little bit, back off a little bit. Okay. Again, remember how much we need these muscles to be really nice and strong. And you might even bring your hand down. We talk about it all the time. Lower ribs, pelvic crest, knitting together. So check that you're not pushing your chest forward and adding tension into your middle back. Then you're going to lift your right heel as high as you can. Lift your left heel and balance a little bit. Then your right heel comes down, left heel comes down, left heel lifts, right heel lifts, balance. Left heel comes down, right heel comes down, and we can straighten. Great, then we're just gonna step your feet in a little bit. You're gonna stay wide, okay? You're gonna take your left arm forward, your right hand across, okay? So this right hand can slide up onto the shoulder blade if you want, so you can feel, right, that shoulder blade. You can just draw your arm back and forward. Just noticing what you feel here. And then putting that arm in your shoulder socket where it feels good. You don't have to overthink it, okay? I'm going to take it up to the ceiling and side bend over and pull ourselves back up. Good, 2 more. Exhale, up and over. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And then just letting that arm come down. I'm gonna roll your shoulders out. Go back. Ooh, I have some snack crackle pops in there. Go forward. Woo. And then the right arm. Left arm comes across. Right? So nice and strong, reaching forward and pulling back. And as you're doing this, no need to overthink it. Just put that arm in the socket where it feels, yeah, strong and comfortable, and taking the arm up and then side bending over. Keeping those 2 hip points and your belly button facing straight ahead as you side bend. Don't have to do a really giant side bend, be gentle. Last one, exhale. Inhale. And bring the arm down. Great, let's step your feet wide. Use your chair if you need to. Okay, left leg's gonna roll in, right leg's gonna roll out. Okay, so hips about the same height, right? Kind of stack your ribs, stack your shoulders, and then exhale, right shin comes forward. Inhale, shin draws back. 2 more times. With your breath. Right, breath in relationship to movement of your body. Pause. Good. Take your left arm up. We bend right here, right? Like you're gonna pre-side bend. Right hand's gonna come here, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna side bend over and come back up. 2 more times. This is a little different take on the side angle from yoga classes. On your third one, if you want to pause, hang out, maybe you take your right arm up. That's going to cause you, you have to use more strength, cause you to use more strength there. Maybe you bring your right hand across and breathe into these ribs. Stretch. Top palm faces down. Sweet, get really strong in your base. Pull yourself up. And switch sides. Right leg rolls in, left leg rolls out. 3 times with your breathing. Letting your breath aid you in staying embodied with the breathing. Breathing from the inside out, left knee bends. Good, right arm lifts up. If you want, this arm comes across. Side bend. And come back up. Good, 2 more times. Follow your breath. If you want a little more challenge, bend your left knee a little deeper. Awesome. Come all the way on up. Straighten your left knee. Great. Now we're going to step your feet a little bit closer together. I'll do the side version. Okay. So from right here, feet are, pretty much straight ahead. We're going to tip over and build a wide leg standing table. Okay. From your wide leg standing table, really nice connected cat-cow. So get really strong. Maybe take 2 or 3 breaths to feel that transverse abdominis get strong, right? Making sure, right, that we're not already sinking in your mid back, okay? And then when you're ready, tucking your chin, rounding through your spine, and then that cow-like place, right? Vertebra by vertebra going back out into like a standing cow. Let's just do 3. Right? Make sure that you're not putting too much load. You shouldn't have any pain in your low back. And then when you get back to your table, we'll pause and take 3 breaths into your back body. Just noticing what you feel, filling up nice and strong through the back ribs and lungs. And then grounding down, coming all the way on up. Stepping your feet together, standing mountain, standing meditation, 5 breaths. Just coming back into your body, into your present time experience. Two more exhales. Great, then we're going to step your feet out wide again. Left leg rolls in, right leg rolls out. Arms just hang for a moment. So exhale, bending your right knee, bringing your arms out to like warrior 2 arms. You're going to hold your arms at this height pretty much the whole time. When you straighten your leg, right, shoulder blades are going to slide up, stretch. Come right back here with your inhale. Okay, exhale, inhale. Okay, next time, right, you're right here, right, in like that warrior 2 pause. Keep your right knee bent and then bring both arms up, right, nice and strong. Okay, now just kind of check back in. Right? What do you feel through the side body, through your back body? I'm going to take that side bend over with both arms up this time and come back up. Good, 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Sweet. Try to keep your arms up as you straighten your right leg and switch sides. Right leg rolls in, left leg rolls out. Good. Warrior 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Hold the legs. Sweep your arms up. Feel that nice strong base first, right? Feel your spine nice and long. Side bend. Inhale, come up. Good. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Straighten that left leg. Open things back up. Sweet. Step both feet together. Pause to come back inward. We'll stay here 5 to 8 breaths. Present time experience. And just reconnect to your centering, to your grounding. Relationship of the breath through your body. Where do you feel the breath in your body? With your next exhale, just feel all the breath go out. Great. And then walk towards the back of your mat. I'm going to turn sideways. So you're going to let your shins come forward, like we're going to sit in a chair. We decide not to. Okay. So I just want to get this piece, this part of the form, right, really nice and strong. Now you don't have to let your shins come super far forward, okay? But you might, right? We're all really different. So you might be coming lower, lower, lower. Okay, now this relationship to your mid back. It's really easy the lower you come to push your spine forward and really compress through this low back piece, okay? That puts pressure all the way up your mid back into your neck, right? So the solution, one of the solutions, is to really connect through, right, these transverse abdominis muscles again. So that might feel a little bit, right, like when you exhale and you feel that strength, that connection. We want to keep that as you go down. So for me, it's easier to go down on the exhale because I'm not really bearing weight. And that helps me really get the length, or that feeling for me of length and that connection of length. So try that a couple times. Okay, now when you've got it, you're going to swing your arms back and then just take them down. You're going to hold it and just swing your arms back. You can have a little bend. Okay, so can you swing the arms in extension? If you want more, maybe out like T's, but really holding right from the back of your skull, through your neck, through your backpack spine into your low back. Super duper strong. Okay, you're getting tired, come up and break. I'm going to take the arms back and out 2 more times. After those 2 more times, I promise, come up and stand if you haven't already been here a really long time. And then just rub out your legs. You can imagine your arms, right, or your hands, I should say, are like foam rollers, right? Just gonna kind of rub out your legs, kind of dance that all out. Okay, so we're going to take a really big fork in the road. We have to end up on the floor in seated or in your chair. Okay, so we're going to do a handful of seated twists. So if you want to start at the back of your mat and go through plank pose, like a sun salutation, you could totally do that. Okay, so I'm going to ground, stand. If you're going to go into a chair, right, you're going to figure it out. All right, I'm going to exhale, take your arms out and up. Inhale, take a nice full body stretch. Bend your knees, fold forward. Right? Choose if you want to walk your hands out to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bend your knees, pull your hip creases back, get really long through your back. And then with an exhale, we're all gonna lower down and find our way to a seated spot. So either come onto your chair or sit on the floor, crisscross applesauce. You could bring your feet out in front of you. Okay, I'm gonna go crisscross applesauce. Okay, if this is hard on your hips, bring your legs right here. Sit on a block, right? Sit in a chair. Okay, so first, just give yourself a moment to recenter and ground. Find your breath, feel your breath. That union relationship of mind, body, breath. Okay, and then find and feel your belly button. Okay, so our low backs don't like to twist a lot. Okay, so we're going to do our very best job to keep your back from twisting or rotating. Okay, so if we drew a line from your belly button right through to your back and we went south, okay, we want to keep this stable. So again, really strong. So it's a core, like a deep, low abdominal back core exercise. Okay. So the neck, really flexible. It's really easy to just spin your head. Okay. And for some of us, we spin the head a lot and it gets really tight, right? From the ear to the shoulder, or from the ear, right? All the way into even like your collarbone into your breastbone. Okay. So we're going to try find your rib cage. Okay. I say try because for some of us, this is brand new. All right. So we're not going to be pros at it the first time. So rib cage, like we started, maybe, right? This was really eye-opening and felt like, ooh, I like this. Maybe it was like more eye-opening to have your hands down here, right? Maybe you just go like this, right? You're really, right, in your body. So you're going to figure it out for yourself. And then this rib cage is going to spin around to the right a little bit, right? And then you're going to take your head and look forward. Okay, so head's forward, rib cage is over to the right, and then you come back, right? Keep your head forward and go over to the left. And just go back and forth on your own a few times. So if you could see that part of your spine right between your shoulder blades, that's where we're trying to get, right? A little rotation. That's for a lot of us, that's where we're tight. You don't have to use a lot of leverage or push really hard. So I kind of forgot that we're supposed to keep our heads facing forward. Right? Let's do one more to each side. And then come on back. Let's take your arms out and up. And down and in. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, so a little bit of just really strong, like free movement. So you can take your arms up and do a little twist. Right, take your arms up and do a little twist. Okay, probably going slow enough that you can stay in control. Right? Lower belly, lower back, stable and strong. A little more connection to movement in your mid back. Let's do one more to the right and one more to the left. And then we'll come on up. Bring the arms down, pause for 3 or 4 breaths. Noticing your present time, breath by breath experience. Full exhale, let all the air out. Do a little stretch. So I'm going to interlace your hands. Bring your thumbs together. Okay, so your thumbs, imagine your thumbs have heavy weights on them and they're pulling down. Okay, and then you're going to rotate your palms up. But as you pull your thumbs up, right, or your palms up, keep your thumbs pulling down. And you can stretch your arms up. Keep your thumbs pulling down as you push up. For some people, this might feel really good. This one, whew, gets right into the stiff parts of my shoulders. Keep your ribs knit so you're not pushing your chest forward, and lift. Take a nice full inhale. And with your exhale, come down, and then just right. Put your knuckles the opposite way. Push the palms away, draw the thumbs down like they have little bits of weight on them. And then you're going to rotate the palms up and keep the thumbs pulling down. Arms come in front of your ears. Okay, so the side version is more like this, pushing up, grounding down. Heavy, heavy sit bones, heavy thigh bones in the floor of the chair. Nice big deep breath through your back. And then exhale, Let your arms come down. Great, let's rub our hands together. So just get some heat. Okay, so if you feel comfortable doing this, right, and your hands get nice and warm, we're just gonna take a little bit of time just to rub out our shoulders and our necks. Just giving yourself a little massage. Okay, so you could do the back of your shoulders, right? You could come back of the neck, right? If you've had a mask on a lot, you might rub out the back of your ears. You might come into the front of your collarbones. Just giving yourself maybe a minute, 2 minutes here. Just spending a little bit of time. And don't forget, right, to really connect in with your breathing. And then whenever you're ready, you can lie back and take the last few minutes nice and quiet. You could keep doing a little bit of a massage. You could come all the way up and get your forehead and your temples and your face if you want. And just settling into a place you can feel nice and anchored. Your body can connect to stillness and ease. When things get to slow down, you can define what those things might be. And then as you start to settle, you might choose to put a hand on your chest, around your breastbone, around your sternum, maybe a hand down on your belly. And just settling right all the way back into your body, breathing for you. Just allowing your body to take care of you. We'll take the last minute here in silence. While we're here, either as sitting or lying back, breathing, all of us connected to our breathing, all of us connected together by our breath. We're all breathing in and breathing out. And if you like, taking the last few moments here to practice gratitude, thinking of 2 or 3 things that you're super duper grateful for. And just taking time to feel that gratitude as you take an inhale and an exhale. Much like our breath filling our bodies, Gratitude filling us. Keep breathing in that feeling of gratitude. Breathing out that feeling of gratitude. And then taking a really nice, full, deep exhale, let your next exhale just flow out your mouth. And just slowly starting to wake up your body. You can wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe draw your knees into your chest if you're on your back. If you're seated, you might take your arms up and over. You might do a little twist, right? How do you wake up your body mindfully with strength? And then we'll just slowly come all the way on up to seated. Thank you all so much for coming to practice today. It's so appreciated. Big high fives for self-care, for taking care of yourself. I'll open up the Q&A. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to So I'm reading a question, sorry. So the question is, I have a shoulder impingement. Should I just not do the part of movements that are uncomfortable, or should I push through it as little bit so it will strengthen the shoulder muscles? Holly, that's a really complicated question. And I'm not if you would send me an email, Misty will give you my email. I would be really happy to work through this one with you in an email, because the answer's a little more delicate than like a yes or no. So if you ask Misty for my email and send her an email, she'll send it to me, and I would be more than happy to chat with you. Because I think a lot of it depends on if you've had a diagnosis with your shoulder, if you've seen a PT, things like that.
Holly, you can just fill out the comment email you'll receive tomorrow, and I will forward that to Alicia.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, everybody. I was a little distracted today, so thanks for putting up with me. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Carl.